here are my best tips for outreach. I'm gonna go through a whole bunch of my top outreach tips that will help you guys get clients. Because if there's one thing that I do know how to do is get clients, right? Tip number one, the money is in the follow-up. I guarantee you 90% of the people in this call do not do follow-up properly. I made one video on follow-up way back in the day, back in the webcam and goddamn PowerPoint days, right? Like in the beginning of my channel. So most of you guys don't even know this, but first of all, follow up properly without being annoying, because that's the thing, bro. If you're gonna do follow-up, do a different angle each time. Don't come up into their inbox or don't come up into their DMs again talking about, hey, just bumping this up in case it got buried. Hey, did you see my last message? Like, bro, yes, they've seen it. No, they haven't responded. Their lack of a response is a response. That means fucking leave me alone. They're ghosting you for a reason. So what do you do instead? You come from a new angle, offering new value every time. What does that mean? Well, first, you might go to them and say, hey, take this video or something, like, hey man, what's going on? Video intro DM, my name is Tyson, blah, blah, blah. This is what I do. They don't reply. Like, okay, maybe bump it one time. Be like, hey, yo, did you see this? Maybe they leave you unseen. They don't hit you back. Okay, dope. Well, maybe you make a little Loom video, or maybe you do the copy comedian, or maybe you do some other outreach method or some other follow-up. Man, there's so many different follow-ups that you can do, right? You just do a new follow-up like every single time. Not only do you want to just follow up every single time, but you always want to circle back. You always want to circle back. A month from now, 3 months from now, 6 months from now, a year from now. Imagine you hitting up the same dude for a year. He's going to need a copywriter at some time throughout the year. You have a bunch of people like that on your follow-up list, and bro, eventually one's going to crack, bro. How do you not get a client like that? It's just a matter of time. When doing outreach, focus on increasing the odds and leveraging conversions, of course, because every single dork out here just thinks, oh, well, if I outreach to 1,000 people, then I'll get clients, right? It's just a numbers game. The more people I outreach to, the more chances I have, but really that's not the case. By increasing your conversions, you're standing out a ton. You're showing people value, genuine value, because you're making them feel special. And nobody out here is doing that. Nobody out here is just going over the top with their value, over the top with their conversions. Everybody just wants to focus on traffic. All these dudes, bro. That's why I've been able to put out all these outreach methods and have people hitting me up every single day. Yo, Tyson, I'm actually getting replies now. Tyson, I'm actually getting on these sales calls. Tyson, I'm actually getting clients. I closed a $1,000 retainer, $2,000 retainer, $5,000 retainer all the time. Why? Because they made themselves different, because different is better than better. Don't be desperate to get on a call, and don't say anything needy. Stop saying things like, hey, I'd love to hop on a call with you sometime. Man, no shit you would love to hop on a sales call with them and sell them on your services. No shit, bro. Don't ever be asking people, yo, I'd love to hop on a call with you. They don't care what you'd love. Tell them what's in it for them. Ask them, would they be open to hop on a call sometime? Ask them, yo, would you be against hopping on a call sometime? Here's another thing. Don't ask them, hey, do you want to hop on a call sometime? Maybe they don't want to hop on a call. Maybe they don't want to. But would you be open to hopping on a call sometime? That's different. Would I be open to it? I mean, I wouldn't be open to it. But would you be against it? Well, no, I wouldn't be against it. Another reason that would you be against hopping on a call works so well is because if they say no, that means yes, because it's a double negative, right? People feel powerful just by saying no. So if you say something like, would you be against hopping on the call? And they say no, and their no means a yes, then that's an easier way to win. A couple small tweaks that you can make the question to make it that much better, that much more effective, increase your amount of conversions to sales calls every single time. So don't be needy saying, oh, well, I'd love to hop on a call with you or something. Ask it in the correct way. Guys, be consistent with your outreach instead of trying to overdo it. Don't sit there for 8 hours, 10 hours a day or something and try to do outreach, man, because it's going to kill you. We only have 3 to 4 hours of deep work available to us every single day. And in those 3 to 4 hours, maybe you're going to be able to do like what? Let's say 20 outreaches an hour, let's just say. It depends on what outreach methods you're doing and all these other things. But let's just say it takes you 20 outreaches an hour. After your deep work is done, then it's going to be like 5 outreaches an hour. Why? Because you have all this mental fog. You really don't want to do it. You're pushing yourself and pushing yourself and pushing yourself. And it's going to be a really unenjoyable experience. And what happens when it's a really unenjoyable experience? You're really not going to want to do it the next day. Guys, if you're trying to build muscle, do you go in the gym and work out for 8 hours once a week? No. You go to the gym consistently 5 to 6 times a week for 45 minutes to an hour and a half, and you will get fucking ripped. If you're trying to get white teeth, you brush your teeth for 2 hours a day for like 1 day a week. No, you brush your teeth after every single meal. If you're trying to get clients, are you gonna overdo it for a day or two? Be like, all right, I'll just go 8 hours, 10 hours, just go at it. And then be like burnt out, or are you just gonna keep it consistent? Consistent 2 to 3 hours a day, every single day. In the long run, it's going to do you much better to focus on a consistent amount rather than just focusing and chasing, trying to get as much money as soon as possible. Because I've been there, right? I've been like, yo, I hate my job so much. I just want this money already. I want to quit my job, I want to get my goals, blah, blah, blah. So I'm just going to fucking outreach until my fingers can't move. You have to be conversational, bro. I look at some of your guys' conversations. I look some of your outreaches, and bro, where is the Riz? Y'all got negative Riz when you're talking to clients. Zero Riz detected. Man, you have to talk to them. You have to have a conversation. It has to be back and forth. You know what I'm saying? You can't just get a reply and then pitch them. Hey, I'm a copywriter. This is what I charge. This is what I can do for you. This is who I've worked with. Blah, 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 blah. And they haven't even said anything yet. It's like, no, you start slow. You go back and forth. Because when you go back and forth, one, it's harder for them to ignore you. Two, they're sure that you're actually human. Because if you try to do hey, blah, 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 something about their marketing, then they respond, and then you just give them this one big fat block of text, bro, they're going to think that you're some sort of two-step bot where it's the bot just waits for a reply and then they just send out the next thing. Or they're just going to think that you're some really, really desperate person, which is what you're coming off as, obviously. Use any and all experience or results that you have to your advantage. And this will, of course, increase your conversion rates, man. You got to showcase your experience, showcase your results, showcase what you've gotten for clients before in the past. And by doing that, now they get a little bit more trust. Because one of the first things that a lot of clients will ask is, yo, who have you worked with before? What results have you gotten? They'll want to know this every single time. And that's a big thing of trust, because it's like, yo, if this person has gotten results before, then it's like, I want to work with them, right? Nobody wants to be the first person to work with somebody ever. When people ask you okay, who have you worked with and what results have you gotten? You can't be like, well, I worked with this one guy. His name was Steve, and he owned no. My name is Tyson. I work with this type of client. I've worked with this person and this person and this person. I've gotten this result and this result. It should be like a pitch. It should be you should know that shit off your fucking heart. You have to say it, and you have to say it from your chest. And those are some of my best tips for outreaching.